Hello, everyone. Again, I've got another SAT problem for you, and this is a bit of difficult in the sense it's not impossible problem, but honestly, in a given time frame, like if each question 1.5 minute, 1 minute, it's just not fair that this question takes longer than probably 2 minutes doing it. So what I've got here is basically two systems, one parabola, other one line. Then a problem reads XY plane above shows that x-intercepts and y-intercept and vertex V of a parabola. If the line passes through the points 2, 0 and vertex V, which of the following must be y-intercept of the line? So let me stop the screen, the screen share. I'll show on the board the same problem. I have it on the board. So essentially, they wanted to know the y-intercept of the line, which is they actually wanted. Technically speaking, what is this point? That's all they wanted to know. So how do I do this problem? All right, so in order to find the y-intercept of my line, so I can actually use my standard equation y equals to mx plus b for the line. So the b is pretty much I need to know. So in order to know the b, I must have to plug in value for y, value for m, and value for x. But technically, I know y and x because if you see the diagram, this particular equation goes through a point 2, 0. So I can simply plug in those points into the here y and x. So y is 0, m I don't know, x, and that is 2 equals to plus b. So from here I can get my b equals to minus 2m. So if I know my m, I'm done. Right? Technically, I can plug in for my m and I'm actually done. So how am I going to do it? Well, that's going to be the trickiest part here. So in order to find the particular m for this line, so again, how is m defined? M is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So if I know the 2 points on the line, I can find the slope. I already know the 1 point, that's a 2, 0. Let me plug in here. So y2 minus 0, x2 minus 2, right? So if I know this, if I know y2 and x2, I'm going to plug in y2, x2 in this equation and this slope, and then I plug in my slope here and I get the answer for the b. So all my struggle in the problem is basically to get another point on the line. All right. So and again, this particular line going through a vertex, which is actually y. So my other point on the line is a vertex. So if I know that's a vertex, how can I get the vertex? But not from the line, but from other information that you have it on the board, which is parabola. So if you know anything about a parabola has a vertex form and also the intercept form. So I'm going to use intercept form. Again, what is intercept form of the parabola? Which is, let me use a different letter here. X minus a, x minus b. I'm going to use something like a capital A here. Okay, what are these a and b? So a is the here and b is there, which basically means that the a and b are the points on the x-axis where the parabola cuts, a and b are the points on the parabola where it cuts the x-axis, essentially the x-intercept. So I can simply go ahead and plug in here. And by the way, this is called a intercept form, or the intercept form of the parabola. So x minus, it's actually a is a -4, that makes it positive. And then x minus b happened to be 0. Good, so excellent. So that is my y. So, but then still I need to find the a, so I can get the parabolic form. How do I can find the a? The parabola, also they give another point on the parabola, that is 0, 16/3. So I'm going to plug in that point and solve for a. So y is 16/3, a, so that a is a, 0 plus 4, right? 0 plus 4, I'll write one more step, it's not a big deal. So 0 plus 4, because x is 0, 0 minus 2. Okay, so that gives me 16/3 equals to capital A, 4 times 2, actually 4 times -2. So that would be 16/3 equals to a times -8. So with that, I get my a equals to -2/3. Excellent. So great. So with that, my equation becomes, parabolic equation becomes y equals to a times, which is I know already a. So that's a minus 2/3 x plus 4 x minus 2. All right, so this is basically parabolic form in the intercept form, parabolic equation in the intercept form. But see, I need the vertex. I need this point. How am I going to find it? How am I going to find this? So think about it, this particular point, okay? This particular point is, if you think about the x coordinate of this point, x coordinate of this point is middle of this -4, 0, and 2, 0, because parabola is always symmetric object. So if I know, for example, but it doesn't matter where you draw the line. If I know this point and this point, the x coordinate of this point would be middle of these 2 points. And same here, if I know and here, the x coordinate of the vertex would be the middle point of this. Okay, so with that, I know that's a -4, +2. So the middle point of the -4 and +2 would be 1. So technically, this is 1. So x coordinate of the vertex is 1. But do I know y coordinate? I don't, but I can find. How? Think about it. So this is a formula for the parabolic equation in the vertex form with the y. So I can simply plug in my x here, which is happened to be -1, excuse me, because -4 plus 2 divided by 2, that is -2 divided by 2, that's a -1. So the midpoint formula, you guys already know that. So that's a -1. So let's plug in x equals to -1, right? So then you get a -2/3, -1 plus 4, that's a 3, -1 minus 2, -3. 3 cancels out. I get a -2 times -3, that's a +6. All right, so that's a +6. So I know my vertex is vertex V, which is x comma y, or x2, y2, whatever you want to call. So that is going to be, I think we said A and B there. Let's use the same letters, A and B. No, we didn't say A and B. They're different. So vertex is, x coordinate is -1, y coordinate is 6. All right. Now this one I can comfortably label as -1, +6. Right? So now I know second point on the line, which is y2 and x2. Let's go and plug in there. y2 is a 6 minus 0. x2 is a -1 minus 2. That is going to be 6 over -3. That is -2. Excellent. So I got my m equals to -2. Okay. If I know m equals to -2, I take my equation for b, because that's what I'm trying to find out. So I'm going to write b equals to -2 times -2, because m is -2. That would be 4. So the y-intercept is basically going to be 4. And also think about it, it makes sense, because 16/3 is about 5 point something, right? Let's say 5.3. And this point is slightly lower than 5. So, and then 4 does make sense. Okay. So this is a bit challenging and takes a little longer to do it, but not impossible. I hope I made sense of it, and then I'll come up with another video. See you next time, guys. Bye.